Good morning, my friends. JT DeBolt's with you today for the Daily Dose of Awesome. Great to be with you on a Friday. This is your daily community we have here in the Elite Marketing Pro community. Stoked to be with you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you, no matter where you might be tuning in from on the Big Blue Marble. Thank you for so much for joining us here Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, where we come at you each and every single Monday through Friday. You're going to get a different guest host here each and every single day, and I'm stoked to be with you today on a Friday. Today's topic is keeping the main thing in your business, because as a business leader, it's your success is predicated on your ability to stay connected to that one thing, to make sure that you are focused, driven, and pointed at the direction that you want to go. So before I jump into this, I just want to say a quick hello. I got lots of folks jumping in here. Let me know where you are tuning in from, because I like to see that. And if you are here because you're ready to take your business to that next level, you're ready to take yourself as a business leader to that next level, I want to see a number one in the comments, giving me that what's up, number one, from wherever you might be tuning in from. Awesome to see everybody jumping out here. We got lots of folks jumping on live. Okay. So I want to jump straight into the meat of this topic because it's super important. If you have ever done anything of significance, okay, whether you're training for something, maybe it could be a triathlon or a marathon or even a half marathon or a 5K, you've done something physical where you are physically required to put your body out there to do something. You know that you have to show up to every single training session and give your 100% best, right? You have to show up. You have to show up and give 100% of it, right? Well, business is very much the same way. And the reason that it's so important for you to have the main thing in mind on a daily basis is that you show up not just with intention, but you show up with intensity, okay? So I want to talk to you a little bit about how this works. When I first got started in business, this was back in 2006, and my wife had kind of launched us into this industry while I was deployed to Iraq. When I came back from Iraq, it took me a couple of months to kind of get my head around what the heck she was doing. I didn't understand what this industry was all about. I thought it was kind of a joke, to tell you the truth. And part of me was wondering, is this thing even worth pursuing? Now, what was interesting about it is as I began to see how legitimate and how real and how powerful this industry could be for people, including us, I started to realize if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all the way. That was one thing that I've always been known for. All my friends, anybody who's ever known me for a long period of time knows that when I commit to something, I'm 100% in it. Your business is very much like a relationship. In fact, I would encourage you to pursue your business or approach your business like you would a marriage or like you would a very significant relationship. Even if you've never been married before, if you've ever been involved, even if it's a deep friendship, right? It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but if it's a deep friendship, you know that you pour yourself into it. You give yourself to it. You don't just ask, what can I take from it? What can I get from it? But what can I give to it? And that's what I want you to do with your business. And when you have that approach to it, that is keeping the main thing the main thing. Here's what happens if you don't. If you don't approach your business like a serious relationship, whether it be a marriage or friendship or a parenthood, whatever it is, if you don't approach it as a serious relationship between you and your dream or you and your mission, what has a tendency to happen is you can kind of fall off the races every time I think about my business and what's possible. My heart races anytime I think about what I could do for other people. But if you don't keep the main thing, that enthusiasm will wear off over time. It's just a matter of time before it does. The people that have the longevity, the people that stick around in business are the people who approach their business as a long-term relationship, not just with the business itself, but with the people that they do business with. Okay, so your customers, your clients, your partners, your joint venture partners, anybody who comes in and might be an affiliate for your program or you're an affiliate for theirs. Any type of relationship you have in business has got to be based on a long-term thing. So whenever I enter into a new thing, anytime I look at a new product, anytime I'm building a funnel, anytime I'm getting ready to launch something new, I ask myself, where do I want to be with this particular project? Where do I want to be with this particular relationship 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Not what are the goals, not what do I want to get from it, but where do I want to be? Do I want to have a long-term relationship? Is this something that I can commit to for the long term? If the answer to that question is yes, then I know that I'm in the right place, that I found a good fit. And of course, there's other things that go into this: values, vision, mission, why, things that we've discussed before, and I'll discuss a lot more as you guys stay tuned here. But more importantly, what I want you to do is to consider your business as a long-term relationship. Now, if you have taken that approach, if you have said, yes, JT, absolutely, I see my business as a long-term relationship, something I'm deeply in love with, something I'm deeply compassionate for, and something that I'm deeply committed to, I want you to dial a 2 into the comment section, because I want to see how many really committed people we have. And I'm not just talking about interested people, I'm talking about committed people, all right? People who are totally focused and moving forward. Want to see that. Hey, by the way, hello to everybody. Some folks dialing in from my home state of Washington. Good to see you guys here. I got some folks dialing in from all over the world. Awesome. Lots of 2s coming in here. That tells me that you're committed. Okay, now that we've established that we're committed, we've got that groundwork laid, now we can actually get serious about things. On a daily basis, you want to have one major focus point that you're going to commit to. All right, so today, this could be the last day of the week for a lot of people. I know Friday tends to be kind of the last day of the week for most people. For some people, it might be the very first day of your week. It kind of depends on how you arrange your week. It doesn't really matter which day of the week it is. Every single day, I want you to wake up with a clear sense of the one objective, the one most important thing that you will execute on today. Now, hopefully, this is a result-driven exercise or a result-driven activity, meaning it's going to drive you toward a result. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the result. It just means that it's the kind of thing that will bring a result to your business over time, if not immediately. One objective. That objective might be, I'm going to finish the slides for my webinar, or I'm going to polish up the script for my Facebook Live, or I'm going to actually go live for the first time. And I saw this the other day. Somebody had commented that they went for their first Facebook Live. And I have to tell you that I was so excited for them. I don't even know this person, but the fact that they went out there, right? The fact that they turned that camera on and flipped the go switch on the Facebook Live, to me, is exactly what we're talking about. It's a very exciting thing to see somebody jump out there and be excited about their business. So if you have that one thing in mind, then that's all you have to focus on. Here's the good news. Once you execute on that one thing, you can move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And if you're a super high achiever and you want to knock out 10 big things in a day, then go for it. But every single person listening to me live right now, or listening to this, if you're listening to it as a recording down the path, I want you to know this. Every single one of us can execute on at least one thing. And if you just focus on the one thing, you keep the one main thing, you will have amazing success in your business. I want to be clear on this. What I'm talking about here is it's not about productivity. All right? It's not about time management, because there's no such thing as time management. It's a false statement. It's an oxymoron. You can't manage time. In fact, you know what? I promise you this. I will do I'll work on making sure I get it on the schedule next week. I'll do a topic on a Facebook Live. I'll come out here on the Daily Dose of Awesome next week, and we'll talk about the myth of time management, why it's impossible, why it's completely not even possible to do, and how, more importantly, to actually become more effective with your time. So the topic for another week, or for next week, but I'll bring that up. The point that I want to get to today, though, is it's not about being productive. It's about being effective. Okay, so we're not trying to get done, 5,000 things. We're not trying to knock off a to-do list as long as your arm. What we're trying to be here is as effective as we can be, because that's what leadership's about, right? Productivity is for the worker bees. If you want to hire a VA to take care of a lot of stuff, let them be productive and allow yourself to be effective. Big difference, right? Because if you can be effective with just one thing, you can move the needle in your business in a very short amount of time. So today, as we move into the weekend, I want you to really chew on this and think about this. How can you be more effective in your business? You can be more effective by getting clear on the one thing you know you need to work on each and every single day. Is it okay to work on more than one thing? Absolutely. You can go out. I'm not saying you only do one thing in your business, but what I'm saying is each morning or each day, whenever you start your day, approach it with the one thing, the one big objective that you're going to work toward that day, and pour 100% of your effort into accomplishing it that day. If you accomplish it and want to move on to other tasks, fantastic, go for it. But again, this is not about productivity. This is about effectiveness. This is about you being as effective a business leader as you can, and that's what's going to really move the needle in your business. All right, so I got a few more minutes here. I got a few more things to talk to you about, but I just want to see if this is registering with you guys. If this is registering, give me a 2. Give me that peace sign up there in the comment section. Let me know if you are registering, if this is landing for you, if it resonates with you and you say, man, I'm all about being effective as opposed to being productive. You can hire people to be productive, and it's okay to be a productive person, but if you're going to be the CEO of your company, if you're going to be the leader of your business, if you're going to be the one that leads other people to success in their business, if you really, really want to make this thing an amazing business, get away from just thinking about being productive and get into the idea of being effective. If that's working for you, let me know. I got some people in here in the comments. It's so much fun. I love these Facebook Lives with this community. You guys are amazing. So I see a lot of people jumping in here saying yes to this. Obviously, it's resonating with you, so I'm going to continue to go. Okay, just a couple more things to think about before we send you off into the weekend. Once you've decided what that one really important thing is that you're going to work on, that high priority that you're going to work on each and every single day, give yourself basically 3 steps, not 50, not 100, but 3 effective steps that will help you get there. I'll give you an example. We'll just break something down real simple. Let's say that you want to, your one task that you're going to accomplish for today is to write a blog post, all right? That's going to be the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to hit send and publish it, but let's just say that you're going to write it. The first thing is, hey, I'm going to come up with a topic. That's the step 1. Step 2 is I'm going to come up with 3 main bullet points that I'm going to teach in that blog post. And then step 3 is I'm going to write out those 3 main points and worry about the editing later. All right, so all we're doing here is getting those 3 main pieces. It's where you get the meat down on paper or on your word processing software, whatever it is, if you're doing it electronically, of course. The point here is that you're actually taking actionable steps. You're doing the work that's required to get the result, as opposed to doing a lot of planning, doing a lot of visualizing, doing a lot of ideating. Now you're actually doing the work that's required, all right? So the one main thing. You've got the one main thing, and you say, this is what I'm going to execute on. I'm not going to relent until I get it done. That one main thing has 3 main priorities or 3 main objectives that I'm going to execute on in order to achieve the one main thing. See how simple this is? A lot of times as entrepreneurs, and I got my hand up in the air, okay? So I'm not saying, by no means am I projecting this. I am accepting this as much for myself as I am knowing that it probably relates to quite a few people. It is very easy to overcomplicate things, is it not? Especially for entrepreneurs, because we think we have to make it awesome, we have to make it special, we have to make it unique, we have to be blah, 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 right? So we will go out of our way to overcomplicate things. I'm giving you permission to keep it simple, all right? Albert Einstein once said, any fool can make something complicated. It takes a true genius to make it simple. And that's where the real genius comes in. That's where this differentiation, where you're going to separate yourself from other people, is the ability to, number 1, stay focused, and number 2, to keep it simple. So if you could do those 2 things on a daily basis, I promise you this. My humble promise to you as your mission accomplishment strategist, your high performance coach, is that you will absolutely change the way you see yourself in your business. You will change the way that you operate your business, and you will get results bigger, faster, and more consistently if you, number 1, stay focused, number 2, keep it simple. It's that. It comes right down to that. Listen, if you got some great value from this video, I want you to go out there and share this, especially with people in your network, in your life that you know would be impacted by this message. People that you know need to hear this. Also, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to our channel here, the Elite Marketing Pro fan page. Make sure you subscribe here, because this is where you're going to get updates. You can get access to our boot camp, and more importantly, you can get access to our awesome community, mentors, coaches, people just like you who are going shoulder to shoulder for success each and every single day. My friends, my name is JT DeBolt. It is a privilege and an honor to come at you here on the Daily Dose of Awesome. Looking forward to doing it again next week. Have an amazing weekend. Go out there and do the stuff you love to do. Come back here on Monday, refreshed, recharged, ready to kick ass. We'll be here waiting for you. And remember, no matter what course you fly in life, fly high, fly fast, and fly far. We'll see you on Monday.